Hey everyone, welcome back to Brutal Reviews. Today we're looking at the VIVO Dual Monitor Stand. The VIVO Dual Monitor Stand, fully adjustable arms for 17 to 32-inch screens, mechanical articulating desk mount, gaming and office setups, VESA 75 by 75, 100 by 100, max 19.8 pounds, classic, black, stand, V0020. And this product has been reviewed by thousands online, so clearly, a lot of people are happy with it. But here's the problem. Almost 10% of reviews across the internet are negative, and those users aren't just complaining about small issues. Some of them had experiences bad enough to completely swear off VIVO. So let's break down the 6 biggest problems people keep reporting. Issue number 1. Quality control is basically a gamble. One reviewer bought one stand and said the quality was impressive, so they ordered another one. Sounds reasonable, right? But when the second one arrived, it looked like a totally different product with totally different quality. Same box, same model name, but not the same build. That means you're not buying a consistent product, you're rolling the dice and hoping VIVO sends you the good version. If a product's quality depends on luck, it's not a product, it's a gamble. Issue number 2. False advertising and not what you ordered. Problems. One reviewer said what was shown in the product video is not what they received. They expected one version, but got a cheaper mechanical version instead. Even worse, they said the clamp shown in the listing wasn't the clamp that came in the box. That's the kind of thing that makes people feel scammed, because it's not a small detail. The clamp is literally what holds your expensive monitors up. When a company advertises one thing and ships another, that's a huge red flag. Issue number 3. The hardware and screws can be terrible. Several buyers complained about screws that don't fit, holes that aren't threaded properly, and parts that feel unfinished. One person said the screws wouldn't even go into the holes because the holes were untreated. Another said the holes in the brackets weren't threaded at all, so the stand basically required them to manually thread the metal themselves. That's not DIY friendly. That's factory forgot to do their job. Issue number 4. Assembly can be a complete nightmare. Some users said the instructions didn't match the labeled screws. Others said screws weren't labeled at all. One buyer said the assembly was so frustrating that unless you're skilled and handy, you shouldn't even bother. Another complained that the company used to include extra parts, but now it doesn't, so if you lose something or something breaks, you're basically stuck. A monitor stand should take minutes to install, not turn into a weekend construction project. Issue number 5. Defective clamps and poor manufacturing. One reviewer said the C-clamp bracket was badly manufactured, with bolt holes misaligned and folded steel blocking proper installation. That means you could literally receive a stand that is impossible to assemble correctly, not because you did anything wrong, but because the part was manufactured wrong. And if the clamp is defective, your monitor isn't just at risk of tilting, it's at risk of falling. And trust me, a falling monitor doesn't land softly. Issue number 6. Tilt problems and monitors drooping over time. One buyer said the joints attaching to the monitors were stripped right out of the box, which meant the monitors drooped and could not be tightened. They even said they had to cut bolts off and replace them just to make the stand usable. Another user said the stand only works properly if your desk isn't against a wall, because to get the monitors positioned right, you may need your desk pulled far forward. So basically, if you want a clean setup close to the wall, this stand might fight you every step of the way. A monitor mount that can't hold the tilt properly is literally failing its number 1 job. Final verdict. So here's the brutal truth. When this VIVO Dual Monitor Stand works, it can look great and feel adjustable. But based on the negative reviews, the biggest issue is that you don't know what version you're going to get. Some people get a solid unit, and others get misaligned clamps, stripped joints, terrible screws, and assembly headaches. If you enjoy gambling with your time and your expensive monitors, sure, go for it. But if you want consistent quality and stress-free installation, this might not be worth the risk. My link is in the description.